Milow, the waving magic dragon. In the meantime, a dynamic had developed in my life that fascinated me and made me slightly unsettled at the same time. Whenever I tried to avoid this story with Elaine and denied my feelings, these coincidences happened. For example, a car of the same brand like the one Elaine was driving was constantly driving in front of me or crossed my way, and I encountered a strange number of cars on my way with the same letters as on her license plate. Since I regularly had to drive past her place of work to buy drinks, it didn't go unnoticed when she moved to another city because she had obviously broken up with her boyfriend. It even happened that I met cars with the same brand, color, and letters on the license plate. It was like a pleasant spook for me at times. That fascinated me, even if it also felt totally crazy at the same time. And it wasn't like I was focused on it and actively looked for such synchronicities until I found them. It was more like the synchronicities found me. Almost like there was a force outside of me that made these things just keep happening. I kept these incidents to myself. You really can't tell anyone that stuff unless you want to be thought crazy, I thought. And there were other events that might seem coincidental when viewed in isolation, but in the frequency with which these things happened, I had to say goodbye to coincidence as a sole explanation. For example, one evening I was checking the messenger status of one of my cousins who was posting photos from an independent concert she was attending that evening. At the same time, a colleague of Elaine, whose number I still had on my cell phone at the time, posted photos of herself and Elaine at the same concert. From 2008 to 18, I worked regularly during the summer holidays as a supervisor at a children's holiday event. This event was called Milow. Milow was Elaine's last name. And in 2018, I was mentoring holiday children in the wood workshop. Since I was in possession of all kinds of tools and workbenches there, I was given the task of sawing the mascot of that holiday event out of chipboard in a size of 1.5 meters. The mascot was a friendly-looking, waving yellow-green comic dragon named Milow. And sometime later, the cultural establishment that organized this holiday bought a green-yellow dragon costume. I then got an inquiry as to whether I wanted to play the dragon Milow at one of the regular children's disco events. Unfortunately, my time management didn't allow it, but I felt like being in some kind of movie. So, I personally had no way of avoiding this loving spook, and of course, I kept asking myself if it was just me and if this was a one-sided story. Did weird things like this happen to Elaine too? Oh my gosh, what a strange plot of life.